Secretary Becerra, thank you for being here. First, Senator Menendez and I have requested TA for coverage for dialysis patients. I have TA in request for Connected Moms Act to allow mothers at risk for problems in their pregnancy to get stay-at-home monitoring, and it's outstanding for months. Now, I know your staff is incredibly busy. You get lots of requests, but this actually will save lives. So can I ask that you will ask your staff to get these fulfilled ASAP?
I agree with you. These are important. And let me ask CMS. As you know, CMS is right now besieged with so many different things, the latest being this Change Healthcare cybersecurity attack. But let me get to them and say that this is important and see if they can work with you, double the speed.
I appreciate that. Now, let me next ask about HHS data modernization. Is that an in-house data platform that HHS is using, or do you do like Department of Defense does and contract with others who are cloud-based, like AWS or Palantir or somebody like that?
You know what, Senator, I'll be honest with you. I want to get back to you because I don't want to give you misinformation. But if you give us the name after this hearing of who your person is on staff, we'll make sure we're in communication to get you that correct
Sounds great. Related to that, there was this recent finding by the, it's an acronym, the National Association of ACOs, which published data suggesting that 7 fraudulent companies stole $2 billion in Medicare payments in 2023. And they did that using a virtual research data center to find the fraud. Now, that's all good. Of course, I'd like for the CMS to have been on top of it, and that's why I'd like to talk to you about data modernization at a point in time. I'm also told that academics have used this data. They don't have the ability to purchase it, so they relied upon CMS to stream it. And so I was a little surprised when CMS announced last month that it would discontinue sharing data with institutions beginning August 19th, and require all researchers to move to the fee-based virtual research data center. That is fee-based, right? Yeah. So I can, now I understand the per user price for that is quite high. I don't know if you're going to lower the price for the academics or if you can continue. Have you done an analysis on how many fewer researchers and students will be able to access the data if you go to this, et cetera?
Senator, we're in the process of reviewing this. We are, in fact, we have a solicitation for information to get responses back. As you know, this is a fairly new area. We want to be more aggressive in getting everyone on board. Every sector within healthcare has to get into this because no one could keep their data doors unlocked with these cyber attacks that are occurring. So we're trying to get the best information we can to know exactly how to proceed.
So I think you're open to allowing researchers to have it either at a discounted price or some way, but they wouldn't pay the full freight of somebody who's doing it as a for-profit?
Yeah, I won't speak to where we'll go. I will tell you we're open because we are trying to learn as everyone else is trying to learn.
Okay. Would you give me follow-up on that?
Absolutely.
Because the researcher who approached me has been incredibly helpful to this committee, whether the committee knows it or not, because she's just fed into her office. And the fact that she might not have it would be deleterious.
I'd invite your and your team's help because we're trying to get everyone to give us their best information because we don't want to miss anything, especially for the little guys. The big guys could probably afford to do some of these things, but the little guys, it could be very expensive. So any information you're getting, we'd love to have it.
Sounds great. You know, I've been interested in return to work. Can you tell me what % of HHS employees and CMS employees are currently 4 days a week or more in the office?
So what I could tell you is that, as you know, because HHS, we were involved with COVID, that we've been working from day one, and we continue to have folks come into the office to work. And I can tell you that we are complying with the Office of Management and Budget's guidance when it comes to in-office work levels. And we have a variety.
And what is that right now?
I'm sorry?
What is that requirement?
The requirement is, it's not a straightforward requirement because there are a lot of different work schedules and work.
But just as HHS, typical employee, would it be 1 day a week? Would it be 3 days every month? Would it be 4 days a week?
NIH researcher every day. IHS caregiver every day.
But HHS building, that one down the street.
HHS building, most of us probably almost every day because we're.
That's political appointees. What about the non-political appointees?
There where you have some flexibilities for some of the career staff, it could be 3 out of 5 days a week, it could be 4 out of 5. It depends on what their job is.
What's the least amount it could be?
Well, there are some folks who get to telework altogether because their job is essentially in front of a computer. And so what we're trying to do is make
Now,
sure.
are you monitoring VPN data or anything else to measure productivity?
Yeah, and we could use your help because the systems we're using to monitor are like from back in the 1970s and 80s. So it's been difficult to really get the dots connected.
Okay,
Time of
thank
my
you.
colleagues expired. Next has been